Welcome back to the Lawn Care Grandpa channel. I'm here with Jerry McMillan. He's had over 40 years of experience in landscaping, lawn care, and all the stuff around that. I've worked with him for 10 years. And so we're wanting to answer questions from experience. Now there's a lot of people that may make videos to show you exactly how to do things, but you're never really sure if that's the best way. So a lot of times we're answering questions of general practice the way it's been done for decades. So today we're going to be talking about your riding lawnmower. It won't move forward or backward. Now, sometimes this can be a serious issue, and sometimes it's pretty simple. So we're going to go over a lot of different things it could be, so you can know what the general idea is that you're going to look for when you're trying to solve the problem. So Jerry's here with us, and I'm going to ask him what he thinks about some of the solutions that some people might be trying.
Are you ready?
Let's do it. All right. So riding lawnmowers, they have a drive belt, right? That's what makes it move.
Yes.
And how's that kind of hooked up, and can that go bad through different ways or slip or something like that?
Well, it can come off the pulley. It can just slip off the pulley and not be active at all, or you can have a belt that's broke. You can have one that maybe has gotten wet. Sometimes they get wet and won't pull. Sometimes your lever that moves it from drive to park or to reverse, the lever may have come loose. So you have to just trace those things down and make sure you've got fluid in the hydraulic tank. And so those are the things you could start out by, just eliminating one at a time.
So, you know, they can probably just get old with time. They get wear and they get less friction and they won't move.
Right, even a brand new lawnmower that pulls with a belt can get wet in wet weather, and it won't have much grip at all.
So is there a way to fix it, or should you just, well, let's say it's worn, really worn, or it's torn, or sometimes, is it better to try to fix it or to get a new one?
Usually you'll have an adjuster on it to adjust it as much as you can and get the tension up as best as you can. And once it's got a lot of wear on it, you just simply have to replace it.
Okay, replacing is the best. So this may seem simple, but sometimes, let's say your lawnmower gets stuck, you know, and sometimes it's not as simple as, hey, the wheels are down in the mud. You may be in a really slick area like clay soil, that kind of stuff. What would be your suggestion? What have you done if a mower's gotten stuck on a bank or in mud or something like that?
Well, if you're by yourself, you may be in trouble, I guess. But you might have to get off and let it be in neutral and try to push it out. If you have any help, you might be able to get another mower and hook a rope to it and try to pull it out.
Yeah, pulling out would be a good one. Or maybe a winch on a truck, maybe.
Or yeah, anything
you
you've
can
got,
get over there.
anything you can use to get close enough to it to pull on it, pull it out. That's what you have to do.
Okay. Well, let's say you've got a mower and it's stuck in gear. I've actually had that problem before. I think you came and fixed that. I don't remember what it was. I remember being irritated by it. Now, it gets stuck in gear. What could be the reasons that happens?
Well, a lot of times the lever that moves it from drive or to forward to reverse, sometimes it will get bent or it'll get wedged in the slot that it goes back and forth in. And sometimes it could be the transmission itself wore out.
That'd be a big one. So how would you be able to know the difference, or you just kind of got to fool around with it to see?
Actually, you just trace things down. You start out with your lever to find out if it's flexible, if it's rubbing against something, or if it's bent. You'll have to trace that down. Once you've gone all the way to the transmission, you might be able to tell then if it's inside the transmission.
So a lot of the riding lawnmowers, they have these safety switches, and there's several different safety features on them. One of them is a pressure switch that's under the seat. Now, explain how that could affect how your mower is going to move forward and backward.
Well, let's say you bought a new mower and you get on the seat and you're starting your blade up and you're starting your mower. If you were to raise up off that seat, it's intended to die, because you're not supposed to get off of it while it's running. But if, say, for instance, you want to fix one where it's less trouble and you could get off of it and get papers out of your way or a limb out of your way and still run, that's what it is. It's a switch underneath the seat that the weight of you sitting on it gives the motor ability to ignite and run. But it's something that you just have to get used to. And
Yeah. So it could be that switch is messed up, and even though you're sitting on it, it's just not going to go or something.
well, sometimes if it's gone bad, the mower might not start, or if you turn on the blades, it might die.
Oh, okay.
So
I can see how that would work. Yeah. So that could just be a safety issue going on. You need to replace the switch.
it is. A lot of times people will check those things out maybe yearly and redo them.
Okay. So let us know a little bit about like the hydraulic fluid in the transmission. I know there's sometimes you change those kind of things. There's pressure, all that kind of stuff. So could that be a reason why you're either really sluggish or you just can't move your lawnmower?
Well, sure, you've got a pump on your mower that pumps the fluid from to each wheel, because the zero-turn mowers that I use have a motor on each wheel, and they have a pump that pumps the fluid through the wheels. You have to sometimes check that reservoir to make sure it has fluid in it, to make sure it has something to run with.
Yeah, and then there's pressure and stuff too. Like sometimes they could lose pressure. Is that just from leaking or just not enough?
Well, I have had them get low or get air in them, and sometimes they just wouldn't have a good smooth. They'd have a jerking type of moving.
All right. Well, I hope you guys got some good information from this. This is, from experience, stuff that's happened over and over, and then Jerry and even I have had to go through and figure out these things, especially if you're on a job and you're trying to get this done as fast as you can and keep the business moving. You're going to have to come up with solutions that work pretty regularly. So hopefully some of these tips can help you, even if it's in your own lawn and with your own riding mower. So if you like this video, hit like and subscribe if you want to see some more of these. And if you have any questions, leave them down in the comments, or any suggestions for other videos, because we're going to have a lot of these on general topics that people might have questions about.
Well, I've had a lot of different problems through the years, and I may not have touched on very many that you might need an answer for. So, like Matt said, just give us an answer, question.
Yep.